everybody and whoever's watching. So, new year, I got some nice records. Some of them I bought like at the end of last year, some I bought this year. It's a nice little stack, and I want to share it with you. The first one is actually something that I rarely buy. It's a 7-inch. And by now, this is the oldest record in my collection. This is from 1963. It's a German pressing from Kiyo Sakamoto Sukiyaki. So this is the first #1 Billboard 100 hit that was sung not in the English language. So this is performed by a Japanese artist. It's orchestral music, quite like the stuff that you heard around in the end of 1950, beginning of 1960. It's a lovely song. I personally connected with a special time in life, and therefore I wanted to have a single version of that. And here it is. Yeah. The next one actually just recently arrived. This is Quartermass by Quartermass. It comes on the Harvest label. It's a German pressing. So this is a power trio. I think it's this guy. This is Mick Underwood, who later played with Ian Gillan in his band, and it's actually fantastic music. Like, considering the age, I think it's from 1970. It sounds very ahead of its time, and there's a lot of electronic elements on this record, but mostly it's a heavy organ sound, some great guitar work, and a really nice drum work by Mick Underwood. So I would say this is like prog rock, sometimes a little bit of psychedelic rock, but definitely one to pick up and to check out. I also think it's the only record, so yeah, one more reason just to check this one out. The next one, this is a little bit off from the stuff that I usually buy. This is Ambient One, music for airports by Brian Eno. I was introduced to this record many years ago by a German YouTube channel. The guy unfortunately doesn't make any videos anymore, but back then he did great stuff. Actually, he inspired me to do this YouTube stuff too. And we had like a wild mix of music genres that he listened to, and this one was one of them. So as it says, it's mostly ambient music, and if I remember correctly, Brian Eno intended to make music that you can get really into. If you want to listen to it, you can just dive into, listen to all the different layers of music, but also this can be listened like just as some background music. So I think it's an interesting concept, and actually I tried it out or checked it out to listen to it just very carefully, and once just like, for the background, and it works both ways, which is pretty interesting. I think there are 4 more titles of this ambient series. I'm not sure whether we'll get the other stuff. I've heard like they differ in quality, but I will check it out. The only unfortunate thing is, and I've never seen anything like that. So there's a sticker on the cover, and I tried to use my like little heater that you use to dry your hair, and actually got loose, but then parts of the cover disappeared, so there's a white spot now. Yeah, but the thing is, it's not on the sticker, so I don't know what happened, whether there was a chemical reaction with the glue and the cover, but I have to keep the sticker on it, otherwise we'll have a white spot down there. But still, the record itself, it's in really nice condition. Sounds pretty good actually. With this ambient atmosphere or concept, you need like a very clean copy, otherwise I don't think it will make too much fun. Right, the next one, this is Pierre Henry with Spooky Tooth Ceremony. I'm a huge Spooky Tooth fan. In fact, so far I don't know anything about this collaboration. I just know Pierre Henry is a French artist. Spooky Tooth came from UK. Fantastic records like Spooky Tooth, The Last Puff, and I don't know about Pierre Henry, but Spooky Tooth, this sounds like Spooky Tooth a lot. So prog rock oriented songs with very nice hooks, and very easy listening to. So maybe consider like a prog pop thing mix up, but still very nice. As I said, spooky tooth. Can't you can't do anything wrong with this band. Same with this one. The next one was pretty nice. I bought it in a store in Nuremberg, and the owner was actually pretty happy that someone bought it. This is J.D. Suther, or John David Suther, self-titled. He told me that this record was in store for like months and nobody wanted to buy it. And actually, which I really like about the store, they're always they get lower with the prices over time. So there were different price tags on it on the cover, and it got lower and lower and lower. So I think they started like at $20, and then they got at the end to like €4. And he talked with me about it. That he was, as I said, just happy that someone bought it and can appreciate the music. I don't know too much about John David Suther. I just know he played in the Suther Hillman Fury band, which I really like, and he also worked a lot with the Eagles. So he co-wrote some of their songs. They recorded some of his, for example, "How Long," I think was released the "Long Road Out of Eden" album. So pretty late release of the Eagles, but the story of J.D. Suther and the Eagles is very mixed up, and especially Glenn Frey and J.D. Suther, they worked a lot together. They had a singer-songwriter album before Glenn Frey joined Linda Ronstadt's band, from where they founded the Eagles. So this is part of this whole California music scene, LA music scene from the early 70s, and I'm looking forward to listen to it. The next one I wanted to get for a long time. I don't know much too about it. This is Mother Universe by Wallenstein. So they named after an old general, I think German general. This is Krautrock from Germany, as you can also see on the Pilz label. Comes with this lovely cover. I just really like it. I think this is the mother of the drummer of the band, the grandmother of the drummer. And it just like the cover art. And Weinstein, like later on, they got more, I think, into hard rock or melodic rock. And at the beginning, when they started, so they have 3 albums. What is it called? I think Cosmic Music. They have Blitzkrieg, and they have this Mother Universe. So this is pure Krautrock. Also thinking about the term rock. So there's a lot of guitar work going on, a lot of jams, long solos, very interesting sound elements brought together. And I think this is just one great example. If you want to show someone Krautrock, you can definitely pick up this one. Also, if you want to get into Krautrock, just check out this label, the Pilz label. Check out Brain, check out Kosmische Kuriere. Then actually don't get too wrong. These are like the most famous German Krautrock labels, I think. And also, if you're looking for the original pressings, then there should be no label code. It's usually there on the label. There should be no label code. They did one huge reissue wave in the early 80s. If you're looking for the original ones, just try and find the copies with no label code on the labels. The next one, I think this is it a Dutch band? I'm not sure. Live in Blues with Bamboozle. I've only listened to one Live in Blues album at my old job where I worked at the record store. And it was fantastic. That's just what you expect from a band called Live in Blues, like very hard rock driven blues rock. So great stuff. I haven't listened to this one yet. It comes on Philips. I think it's the original German pressing. I bought it together with the Quatermass album. Got a good price. It was an auction on eBay, and this is just the first introduction of a record of Live in Blues to my collection. I want to get the other albums as well, as I think this is a pretty interesting band, and you can definitely give it a try. So the next one was to fill up some holes in my collection. This is Vanilla Fudge, Near the Beginning. I said it before, you can't get wrong checking out Vanilla Vanilla Fudge records. It's a great sound. Hard rock, soul, blues mix up. I mean, Carmen Apiece, the drummer, he's like very heavy drummer, and I think you can compare him easily with John Bonham. Actually, I think he was pretty much influenced by John Bonham, but especially when you check out on side 2 Break Song, I think this is a live recording. You just can hear the raw power of his drums, but still very precise and on point. So great drummer, and the band itself is just fantastic. So maybe except from Beat Goes On, which I can't really get into, all the Vanilla Fudge records are just great, and I try to get their whole discography. This is the German pressing. It comes on the Atco label. It's not the original one. I think just the second pressing or something, but it was a very good price. When I check out for Vanilla Fudge records, either they're very expensive or they're like very decent prices. I don't know where they come up with the prices, but this was a great pickup, and I'm glad that I got it. So the next one, I bought this one before, but it was still sealed. It's from the 70s, originally sealed pressing, and to be honest, I couldn't get it through to open it, so I bought it again. This is Help Yourself, Beware the Shadow. This is very great psychedelic blues rock, I think from the UK. Just in general, I can highly recommend Help Yourself. Actually, their self-named album is called Just Help Yourself, is very high on my wanted list. I'm still looking for it for a decent UK pressing. They're very expensive. But just to sum it up, when you check out the cover, this is actually what you got, like psychedelic blues rock, rock, and just side 2 in general is fantastic. American Mother and Passing Through, fantastic songs. Mostly Passing Through is more like acoustic song, but with such nice guitar work and great melodies. So it's even a little bit folk rock mixed up of something like that. Yeah, this is the original pressing, German pressing on United Artists, and I'm glad that I can finally listen to it. They don't pop up too often, those Help Yourself records. Whenever I find one, I try to pick them up. And I got a very good price on this one. So the next one, I don't know whether I should consider this to be a grail to me. I think like the term record grail is used quite often these days. Just to sum it up, I was looking for this record for a very long time for this specific pressing either. You don't see the original pressings a lot. Reissues, they're not hard to find, but when you find those pressings, they're usually very expensive. So I think it's like more like 5 years or something that I was looking for this record. I only had one original copy in my hands, which was so beat up, and they still wanted to have a very high price for it. But I was able to get this one. I got actually, in fact, also a very nice discount on the record. I had to write a little bit with the owner because his description of the record wasn't really what I got. I think he said it's like near mint in perfect shape, but it's actually like VG Plus, decent one. And I said, okay, considering this, I want to get a little bit lower if he's fine with that. And then he got me like a huge discount, which I actually didn't ask for, but it was very nice contact, very nice man. And so I can finally put this to my collection with a decent copy. This is Jeronimo, Cosmic Blues. This is a German band as well. I forgot from what town they come from. So you get this front backside. It's just those men. It's fantastic rock, heavy blues rock. They had a hit on this one, Na Na Hey Hey, which I think you will know when you listen to. This is the original Bellaphone pressing, and if you want to get the original pressing, just check out that you have like this extra text on the label, then you know you have the original one. As I said, heavy blues rock, but really fantastic stuff. There's actually a compilation with Creedence Clearwater Revival, which is pretty cheap. So if you want to check out their music on record in a cheap way, just look for this one. It's on, I think, pink vinyl, something like that. So, but to have the original Jeronimo Cosmic Blues is a great addition to the collection. Actually, the other records are pretty expensive, like they go to the hundreds. I think there's one called Buffalo or something. Um, this is like the most common one, on the easiest one to get. The next one, this is for the Doors collection, the Soft Parade. The Doors are also like a band. They don't pop up too often, at least their studio albums. If they do, they're mostly reissues from the 80s, so they have a barcode or something on back. But to get the original pressings or like the early 70s pressing, it's not that easy. So this is the gatefold. It's not an original pressing. This is a UK reissue, I think from 75. It comes on the Butterfly Electro label, like this. And yeah, I think in the catalog of the Doors, this is not like their most liked or appreciated record. They did a lot with orchestration and got new instruments on it. But I think there's some songs on it where it works perfectly, like Touch Me, which I think was a hit for the band too. Maybe not the biggest, but it was a hit. This is a fantastic way to how the Doors connected their sound, the lyrics, their jazz, flamenco, blues influenced music together with orchestration. And Touch Me is just fantastic. And to give it full blast on the record, it's just a great one. So this is for the Doors collection. I think I'm looking for like 3 more Doors records. There aren't actually that many studio records, but I want to get like all of these with at least with Jim Morrison. The next one I was looking for a long time too. This is the Byrds, Mr. Tambourine Man. This is a reissue, I think from the early 70s from the US. So it comes on the Columbia label with the golden rim text. No original, but that's no problem. Same with the Doors. The Byrds records barely show up. Mr. Tambourine Man, there was a big reissue with Turn Turn Turn, like two albums as one record that you could buy in Germany. So you find a lot of these reissues, but just Mr. Tambourine Man as an original pressing or an early pressing barely shows up. As you can see, the cover is like in fantastic shape. Looks just almost new, like Little Ringo, which usually happens to those hardcover records from the US, but it's a fantastic debut album from a great band. So all I really want to do, I Knew I'd Want You, of course, Mr. Tambourine Man, I Feel a Whole Lot Better. So they're already on the first record, a lot of hits or songs that appeared later on best of compilations. A great start for a great band. I want to get all the records, and this is it was like an edition that I was looking for a long time. So the last one, this also, I wouldn't consider this to be a grail. I was just looking for this for like maybe a year or something. It barely shows up. If it does, it's very expensive. Actually, I wrote a lot with the owner or the seller, forth and backwards. Just let's get into it. This is Culpeper's Orchid, self-titled. So this band comes from Denmark, early 70s. I found this record or this album in a book that I bought from the 90s or something. It's like 1001 records every record collector wants to get. So this is like really, really rare stuff. Not like Doors psychedelic rock albums from the Doors or Jefferson Airplane. So this is stuff that you usually don't really know, that you don't hear too often. And I think this is one of those examples, like a band that did 3 records, 2 or 3, and then vanished into obscurity. But these days, those records are really looked after, and as I said, rarely pop up. And if you do, they're freaking expensive. This was a very great deal that I could make on this one. But I didn't just buy it because it's rare or expensive or something. It's in my eyes just an all killer no filler album. This is psychedelic country. It sounds weird, but I think this describes it best. It's just from beginning to end, great stuff's going on. I mostly recommend your song and mine. Just check this one out. It blows off. But still difficult to describe, so that's why I was actually fine to pay a little bit more on this one because I don't know anything like this, and just by that, I want to add it to the collection. It sounds obscure but fantastic at the same time. This is something I think that doesn't happen too often, but that's definitely what this band managed on this album. Also, if you can get a copy, check out the cover. It's super weird. There's so much stuff going on, and there are a lot of dirty jokes, and there are even some references that, let's say, like in Germany, they're not okay too much. So yeah, just check out the cover. There are actually some reissues you can buy. I think it's up from 30 euros. There was a reissue from the last 3 or 4 years. There are some from the 90s. Or if you just want to check it out, I think I will put the link in the description because I really like this record. And if more people get into it, I'd be glad. Yeah, that's it for today. Hope to see you next time, and bye.